All right, guys. So today we are going to talk some more about factoring. Okay, so let's say we have. Actually, let's go back a step just to make sure we remember our last thing. If we've got something like x plus 2, x plus 5, then first we write x squared, and then we write 2 plus 5. Well, 2 plus 5 adds up to 7, so it's 7x. And 2 times 5 is 10. So if we multiply x plus 2 times x plus 5, we've got x squared plus 7x plus 10. What if I had something like this? X plus 1, x plus 8. Then same thing. X squared, 1 plus 8 is going to be 9. 1 times 8 is 8. Okay, now what if we wanted to go backwards? For example, what if we didn't know this number or this number? What if we didn't know that number or that number? Is there a way of reversing what we just did and going from there back up there? Well, there is, and it's called factoring. So example, let's just look at those numbers again one more time. This was a 2 and a 5, and we added them up together to be 7, that number, and we multiplied them together to be 10, that number. Now, if we didn't know what those were, if I was only given something like this, and I had to guess that, what I'm looking for are these types of things. I'm looking for some number plus some number is equal to 7, and some number times a different number is 10. And this is really a bit of a riddle. It's kind of a guessing game that we have to do. We have to kind of think in our head, okay, are there two numbers that multiply to be 10 that add to be 7? Now already you're seeing 5 and 2, so it's kind of easy. But if you didn't see the numbers, here's the process you're going to go through. First of all, you're going to circle this last number. And we're going to look at all of the different possibilities, all the different things that could multiply to be 10. So I know that 1 times 10 could be 10, but if I wrote a 1 and a 10 here, then 1 times 10 is, I get that number, but 1 plus 10 is 11, so it doesn't work out. So 1 and 10 is a good place to start, but it's not my answer. So let's go back here to get those out of the way. We'll just keep 1 and 10 on my list of possibilities. After I write 1, I always go up to just the next number, 2. And I know 2 is going to go into 10 5 times, right? 10 divided by 2 is 5. And so I've got that done. Okay, now I'm looking at this and testing it. If I wrote this inside here, 2 and 5, 2 and 5, 2 and 5, that seems to work, right? Because 2 plus 5 is 7, 2 times 5 is 10, and so now we have factored it. Okay, let's do this example here on the right-hand side. So we're going to focus on this one right here now. Okay, and here we have these two mystery numbers. We're going to call these guys triangle and squiggly. Triangle and squiggly add up to be 9, and triangle multiplied by squiggly multiplies to be 8. So what could those numbers be? Now again, you focus first on this last number, and this last number is the one that has to do with multiplying. Okay, so you're looking at all the things that multiply to be 8. So I make this little table. 1 times 8 is 8, 2 times 4 is 8, 3 times, just kidding, 3 doesn't go into it, and so I've made my whole list. And now we're going to look through here, looking for things that add up to be 9, 1 and 8. 1 plus 8 adds up to be 9. So if I put my 1 here and 8 here, 1 plus 8 is 9, 1 times 8 is 8, and so we can factor this as 1 and 8. Okay, let's go and do another example here. Let's say I've got something like this. X squared plus 7x plus 12. And I want to factor it. And I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to be 12 that add to be 7. So the process here is we always circle the last number, and I'm looking at all the things that multiply to be 12. 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, and that's it. And now I'm looking through and seeing the different combos, what they add up to. 1 plus 12 is 13, so that won't work. 2 plus 6 is 8, so that doesn't work. 3 plus 4 is 7, that does work, and now I can write this as x plus 3, x plus 4. Now always go back and check and see if this does in fact work. So 3 plus 4 adds up to be 7. 3 times 4 multiplies to be 12, and so we've checked that. That's factored. Okay, this one I want you to go ahead and factor on your own. X squared plus 6x plus 8. Great, so you circle that number 8, made your combos, 1 and 8, 2 and 4, and 2 plus 4 add up to be 6, and so those are the magic numbers that go in the blank. Okay, let's do a different one. Let's do x squared plus, I'll give you a hard one, 11x plus 24. Now this one probably doesn't immediately come to your mind, right? What are the numbers that work here? So just follow the process and trust the process. 24. So I'm going to write 24, and I'm going to make all the numbers that multiply to be 24. So we always start with 1. 1 times 24 is 24. What about 2? 2 times what's 24? Now, if you don't know this, then on a calculator, just hit 24 divided by 2. You're going to get 12, all right? And then 3. You might not immediately think 3 times what's 24, so just, again, calculator, 24 divided by 3. Plug that into your calculator, you're going to get 8. And then 4, 24 divided by 4, that's going to be 6. So those are all the combinations. 5 obviously doesn't go into 24. And now I'm looking through the combos to find the number that adds up to be 11. So 1 plus 24, no good. 2 plus 12, no good. And aha, 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3 adds up to be 11. So now I can write this as x plus 3, x plus 8. Okay, that's it.